Hey, welcome everyone. Let's just make sure everything is okay here. Let me know when you get to this video if you can hear me and see me okay. And I am excited for today live. So let me know your name, where are you watching from, and we're going to get started in just a second. And this is making a little bit of noise, so I'm gonna remove this from this hand and see if that goes that other side, right? So let's get these beautiful beauties out of here so we don't so you can hear clearly and then it's no noise. Let me know when you get here. Let me know where are you watching from and your name, and big welcome for today's live. It is a very fun and life-changing topic, and I'm excited to be guiding you in this journey and opening some horizons here. So let me go to my Instagram. I wanted to go live, and here it is. So, all right, we are live both on Instagram and here on Facebook and YouTube. So happy to be here with you. Those of you that don't know me, I'm Patricia Misakian. I'm the founder of the Akashic Records Institute, and today we are going to talk about different models of reality and why it's important for you to anchor the energies and the shift of perspective that we're going to be talking about here today. So say hello if you have someone that could benefit from what we're talking here today. Feel free to invite them to this live and let's have some fun. So, as I just shared, we're going to talk about different models of reality. And yes, there's more than one. And the most important thing to understand is that you get to choose which model of reality you live out. And you, beyond that, you get to determine how you want to show up in your life and what you are experiencing back, because everything that goes out comes back, and no matter what the energy behind it, always comes back, and I believe that it comes back multiplied. So the many people, especially since last year, are choosing to live in the model of scarcity, victimhood, uncertainty, and fear. And the first step to shift that model of reality, how you see yourself and how you see the world around you, is by choosing, right? So, for example, the opposite is you can choose to live through the model of reality of prosperity. You can choose to live through the model of reality of power, unconditional love, and my favorite, trust, right? So, and one of the reasons that you can stay stuck in a model of reality is the Akashic memories that you have, your memories. Most of these memories from this lifetime you can remember, and you know exactly how you got to the place that you are today. But sometimes there are particular memories, there are particular agreements that we make, that we find ourselves in particular situations attracting a particular kind of person or a situation, and many times we wonder, like, what happened, like why do we find ourselves in that place? And what I wanted to do today in this live is to help you to shift your perspective, help you to think different. And the fastest you choose to think different, the fastest you choose to let go of any choice to give meaning to something that is keeping you stuck, the faster you're going to change the present situation, right? So can I have a aha here? So let's take a step back and talk about, like, what exactly are we talking about here? Like, what is a model of reality? So a model of reality, like, reality is the life you live, whatever life you have now, your bank account, the home you live, the people that is in your life, right? Is your model of reality. And we live in a world where millions and billions of people made different choices, and because of that they experience a completely different model of reality that you experience, that I experience, and so on, right? So a model of reality explains how the universe is created and how operates. And you might think that these, we might think this is a definition of reality itself, but it isn't, because can be illustrated by looking at the most popular model, known as the realism, right? So basically, this says what you see is what you get, right? So therefore, and the biggest the biggest place where people get in trouble is they look at the current reality, and if it's not what they wanted to experience, they will guilt themselves in bringing them to that place, and they're going to stay stuck in that place instead of thinking differently, instead of asking different questions, right? And as that famous phrase say, what got you here ain't got you there. So many times, in order to grow yourself as a person, grow your business, and grow in a relationship, you need to start asking different questions, and you need to let yourself, I want to use the word let yourself off the hook, but in the meaning of, I see a lot of stuckness in people's lives because they guilt themselves, because they look at the current situation and they say, well, I tried something different in the past and didn't work, so I ain't gonna try anymore. And that's when you stop growing. That's when you stop manifesting and things no longer work for you. And the biggest quality that someone can embrace in order to grow spirituality, financially, in relationships, in all these areas, the biggest quality is the quality of trust. And I can guarantee, in my experience, I cannot speak of other experience besides mine and the thousands and thousands of clients and students that I have, but I can guarantee that if you don't take actions because of fear of failure, you're never going to leave the same place, right? And the biggest breakthroughs come from leaping, come from taking a step in faith and trusting that your vision, your desires, the life that you're here to create and the gifts that you're here to share with others would have not come to you if the desires in your heart continue connect to that desire and just move your feet forward, right? And give yourself permission to get it right, to get it wrong, to mess up very big, and then get up and continue moving forward. And so that's why I wanted to come with the theme of today life, which is model of reality, and especially a few hacks, a few ways to shift what you're experiencing in the present. Okay, so and as we go, if you have questions, feel free to leave your questions in the chat. And I will be coming back and forth for the check. So we established what modern reality is pretty much the reality that you live in, right? And your reality may be similar to mine, may be a little different, but it still is, it's something that you created, either consciously or many times is unconscious, right? So, and we talk about, especially today, there is many people that live in the model of reality of scarcity. If you experience that model of reality, you may be blocking yourself from opportunities, right? The more scarcity you experience, the less opportunities you're going to give yourself permission to experience. The more fear you experience, the less freedom and lightness you're going to feel. And the first step here is to recognize what is the model of reality that you are living in. And once you realize that, you can make a choice to shift that model of reality. And that's exactly the hack that I'm going to share with you. So when you realize that what got you here what's not going to get you there, right? So something in the way that you see yourself and in the way that you see life to change, right? So I look at your paradigm, the way that how you see yourself in the world. So when you recognize that, all you need to do is to shift that paradigm, and then you allow your imagination to come up with 3 ways that you could interpret in this situation to create a different reality. So, for example, how many of you ever thought that is not enough money? And if you live by that mode of reality, that is not enough money, many times what this is going to result in, you're going to have low self-esteem. You're going, because there is not enough money, so you're going to downsell your services and what it is that you're here to do. And then you may I see that a lot of new students that come to me for the certification. Well, so and so is doing also a Akashic record session, so I need to lower my prices in order to be charging what other people are charging for the services. And what I always tell my students is there is a slight difference in between someone that took a 2-hour Akashic Records training and someone that went through our 1-year Akashic mentoring training, where you learn all aspects of Akashic Records and advanced trainings in all aspects of the Akashic. So there is a little weight difference. And so it's very important to shift how you are seeing yourself, how you see your work, and then you show up with all that baggage of what you learn, of what you practice, of the transformation that you know that you're here to give it to bring to people's life. So if your model of reality is there is never enough money, you wanted to start asking questions that is going to challenge that model of reality. So one way that you can do that, what if, you can ask yourself, what if this was not absolutely, completely, ultimately truth, right? What would be different? Well, if there is not enough money wasn't truth, I would, the person would say, I would believe that money, it's all around. There is always more than enough money to support me in all my needs, desires, and excess left over, right? That is the paradigm that I have, that I live in my reality. Anytime I pay someone, anytime the money goes to wherever it needs to go, I bless that money. And I know that it is blessed, comes back multiplied to me. Every time someone invests in themselves through many of the services that I offer, I bless the money that comes into my life, so it comes back multiplied to those that invest. So when you shift the way that you relate to money, there is always more than enough money. And even in the situations that sometimes comes disguised as something that you'd label as not good, also here is an opportunity to shift the paradigm. Anytime I seen it so many times, and I created a rule for myself that anytime a difficult situation shows up in my life, and what I see is the first thing that I do in my model reality, I say, out of this situation, only good will come. Out of this situation, only good will come. It doesn't mean that I don't go through all the emotions that all us human beings goes, whatever that spectrum of emotions that will come as a reaction to that situation. I fully allow myself to actually experience these emotions because I know from the body of work that I offer, I know that if you don't express those emotions, you shovel those feelings in your body and then end up being a disease or attracting more of not so many fun experiences because your soul wants to actually experience those emotions. And as you experience and you process, it no longer has any power over you. Right? So, and I see how excited I get about this subject, right? So when you ask yourself, what if this wasn't absolutely true? You allow that to shake your reality. Wow, what is not true? Oh, okay. So if that is not enough money would not be true. And notice the language that I'm using. I'm not telling you that is not true. I'm just wondering, what if that was not true? Well, if I knew that money, that is never enough money, statement, it's not true, I would always give generously, and I would always know that it's always available for me, which I do believe that it is, right? You are not connected. One thing that I really, really trust that is going to help you to shift the way that you see, especially your relationship with money, is the importance of separating money and service. Money and service, it does not has to be the same. Even though you may offer services and your clients may hire you to provide that service to them, your client is not your source of abundance. It is never is. Your source of abundance is your connection to the all, to the universe, to God, to whatever that is, your power, the higher power in your life. Maybe for you is God, universe, totally. It's, this is non-denominational here. It's whatever is the higher power in your life. So when you're really connected to the truth of all that is, that you are deeply connected to source, no one can ever take anything away from you or give you anything, because your connection is what opened the energy of synchronicity and abundance in your life. And that will come disguised as a client wanting to hire you, or someone wanting to buy a product that you have, or someone bringing to you the gift of a not so wanted situation that will always come as a disguise. Will always come as a disguise. So your reality is not only your reality because you believe in it, but you can shift anytime you want. You can choose to see that reality differently. And when you give yourself permission to, number one, be honest with yourself, with what reality I created. Wow, okay, so I'm totally responsible of this reality. And if I wanted to change that reality, I can shift. I can shift the way I see myself. I can shift how I hold people or events from the past or even from the present. And I can choose to let the energy go. You have the choice to change the energy which you are holding yourself, people, events, or situations. But this part of being honest with yourself is the first part. And then you get to feel energetically and then make that shift, right? So a simple hack for that is to, whenever you make something true, right? A simple example. Let's say you work for someone and you came to work and you did some homework or something and you delivered to the person and the person said, I don't like it, or didn't even look at it. And then you may make the choice to say, well, my work's not good enough and blah, 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 right? Now, a way to shift that reality that you just created is, what are 7 different reasons why this person said the things that they told me. It could be that something very serious happened in this person's life. It could be that someone just crashed their car right before they came in, and they just were not available to see anything that you bring into them or to even think straight, right? So think about, biggest hack here is think about 7 different reasons. Imagine 7 different reasons that you don't even know what could be. And that helps, number one, you to let go of that person. Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what is behind people's choices, or however their choices affect your reality world, right? So the first thing is the more you hold emotions between you and the other person, weaker your energy is. So anytime you notice that your model of reality is being affected by a person or situation, call your energy back. By the way, there is going to be a video coming up this Friday on my YouTube channel. Make sure that you are subscribed, Patricia Misakian. This Friday, I am teaching you for free on my YouTube channel a technique to call your power back. Very powerful. So it's already on the books to be released this Friday. So make sure to be there. Little side note, but it's very important to bring your energy back, to not let your energy be spread around. Because if you're angry at someone, if you're sad because of something someone said to you, that weakens. That's almost like I see energy, right? So I see like these little holes of energy where you're not there, you're not in your body. So it's highly important that you call your energy back. If you're noticing that you're being upset every time you think about that person, deep breath in. Again, in my YouTube channel, there is tons of ho'oponoponos that you can do to clear this energy between you and other person or past or situations. Let go. It doesn't do any good for you or for the other person to hold them. Let them go on their path. Bless their path. It's not your job to determine, whatever judgments you may have of how they choose to live their current model of reality, right? So this is extremely important, to bring your energy back and to let go. Come back to your center. Come back to your connection to the universe, to source, to the all. And from that place, you anchor the most important energy to anchor in my reality, which is neutrality. Bring the neutrality. And I know it's for many of us, especially highly sensitive people like you and me, we have this tendency to hold emotions. But it's very important to look for neutrality. Get yourself out of the way. Get your emotions out of the way. Connect to your vision, to what you wanted to create, the model of reality that you are creating. And with that energy locked in, you move your feet forward. You move your feet forward in trust. You move your feet forward in alignment. And that is one of the most important things that will shift everything for you, right? So let me look at questions or any things that came up. There is a question from DP. I would love to know how to access my own Akashic records. It would be an honor to welcome you. We have from home study programs from that starts at $37 all the way to a 1-year mentoring, where you learn not only how to access your own Akashic records, but how to give powerful sessions for your clients. And then you have many advances that we go deep into prosperity and Akashic records, relationships and Akashic records, and everything that you can think about. And so feel free to reach out to us, and many different options. You can start with the $37 course, and it's going to be life-changing. And then imagine what else you can do when you actually work with us here. In me personally, I personally mentor their Akashic Records classes. And so reach out to us. Akashic Records Institute, and we are happy to share more. And let's see if there is questions or comments here in the chat. Kiran, good to see you here. Great talk. Gotta go. Good that you have you here. Oh, it's so welcome, Victor. Welcome. And Texas build. San Antonio. I have an aunt in San Antonio. Welcome. Holly, a question. Awesome. Is it possible to access Akashic Records to find what herbs would help with current health issues? Yes, you can absolutely. And what I would, if I was working with a client that is looking at herbs and a health issue, absolutely, there is many different ways that you can connect to that person's guides and test different types of herbs to bring what that person needs. Absolutely. Herbs, crystals. By the way, we have a training coming up. We have 2 trainings coming up. They are happening live right now. And the first one is actually Trust Upgrade. And it's going to be a powerful support to help you to upgrade your trust. And that is times in life. And the reason that I'm bringing Trust Upgrade to the world right now is because I got to experience myself in my own life the power of trust. And right now in this, I would not say I'm in the other side, but I am flowing forward ahead in deep trust, and it's been life change. I've always been, blessed with so many abundance, so many gifts, and you, this awesome audience, and my clients and my students, and as we are right now in this process of moving our whole family to Brazil. A couple months ago, we're experiencing some like things that happen in this whole process, because it's a process that involves a lot of people, a lot of situations and all of that. But we got to a place where I've been given the gift, where life came to me and asked, Patricia, do you trust? And I'm like, oh, sure, of course, yeah, I trust, yeah. And then life came to me and said, the universe came to me like, who do you really trust? And I had the amazing opportunity to say, yes, I trust. I will continue locking on my vision, and I will continue moving forward. And I cannot express how healing, how powerful, how life-changing as there is a book coming. Life change as there is a whole book coming that is going to change lives and lives and lives. And as I am a manifest generator, and I always make the most amazing sweet lemonades with lemons that may come my way, because that's what life is about. It's not about always everything always so perfect. No. Life is about showing up for yourself, for those that you love, and for those that you care about. So, a little nutshell, that's all I'm going to share right now. But that's how Trust Upgrade came about. And I will share here in the live a little bit about what is Trust Upgrade, and what can trust do for you in your life. And I come from the perspective of, if you look back in all life experiences that you had in this lifetime, let's not even go further in the Akashic Records. Like, let's look at which still is your Akashic memories from this lifetime. If you look back to the hardest moments, the hardest situations, the most difficult situations that you went through, right? If I look back, I have many of them. The most dear to my heart is the situation that I had when I was, many of you know my story, and we actually have a video on YouTube about it, when I was, my life completely changed. And through that situation, stuck in the middle of the freeway, having a panic attack, completely changed my life. At that time, I was, for the first time, it was when I understood there was time to look inside instead of answers outside. And that brought me to this whole, world of healing and metaphysics and connecting to my intuition, connecting to my higher self, and the Akashic records, right? By that, because of that fatidic day on the side of the freeway, that I stand today and I empower the lives of millions and millions of people, not only in English, but also in Portuguese, as this is an international business in 2 languages. So as I look back, and as you start sharing, think about the times in your life where you experience difficult times in my life. It wasn't fun to be having a panic attack at the side of the freeway. And it wasn't like, oh, I had a panic attack and tomorrow everything was okay. No, it was a process. Yet in that process, I allow myself fully and completely to receive the support, to receive the healing, and to give myself permission to understand myself, to let go of parts of myself that was holding me back, right? But when I look back from today's perspective, if I would do that over again, probably the journey after that would be a lot easier. Probably I would not have gone to the, panic attack on the side of the freeway. Yet many times when you pass the hard situation, like, oh, that was easy. And because if you really receive everything in your life as a gift, everything changes. Yet when you are, I'm totally, am clear about when you're going through the middle of the situation, you're like, it sucks. You don't want to go through it. And I can guarantee, like 2 months ago, I did not want to go through what I went a month or 2 months ago. Yet that is so when you shift, when you really receive that as a gift, could be inconvenient, could be expensive, could be whatever it was it had to be. But when you really receive as a gift and you let go of all your emotions, you connect to your vision, you start moving forward and you trust 100% the miracles and the blessings start to pour in. The allies show up. The perfect, most synchronized life contract allies that are they're in it with you to win it show up in your life, right? So that's what is this program, Trust Upgrade, is all about. So what is Trust Upgrade? And by the way, we actually did a healing session last week. If you haven't enjoyed the healing session, I highly, highly recommend. It's open in my YouTube channel. It's called, what is it called right now? It's something about opening pathway, a healing session that I did, I believe, like last Friday or Thursday. You find it. It's the Ganesh open. Just go to my YouTube channel and look for Akashic Clearing or Akashic Healing Ganesh Open Pathway. There is a playlist called Trust. It's that playlist. This video is going to be there too. It's all about Trust Upgrade. So basically, Trust Upgrade, it's going to be delivered as a 8 session. It's 8 healing sessions to help you to integrate the energy of trust into your life. And we have different themes that are each one going to support you on developing a deeper relationship with trust. Because if you look back to the difficult moments you had in your life, you're here, you thrived, you survived, and you succeeded. That's why you're here. So it's a lot easier to go through situations again because you know you're going to succeed. You know, no matter what, life is always working out for you. The better it gets, the better it gets. And you always, whenever you move forward in trust, you're always going to manifest your desires, this or something better. And that sometimes happens, that you are going to a particular manifestation, but that could be bifurcated. Something even better than that can show up in your life. Yet the piece of trust is the missing pieces in every single manifestation program and all the stuff that is regurgitated out there, because that this energetic piece is what's going to make the difference. Because you're going to take every single step, you're going to use, embrace every single choice or thought that you have in your mind with the energy of trust, not with self-doubt, not with self-sabotage, not with fear, from the model of reality of trust. So the sessions, the healing session that you're going to experience, the session one, we're actually going to receive an energetic upgrade with the energetic support to shift your model of reality to the model that will support you in your journey. The second session, the Akasha clearings and healing sessions are going to be all about shifting emotions, anger, anxiety, worry for trust, compassion, love, abundance, what you wanted to open up. Then we are going to go deeper into the gratitude vortex method, something that you hear a lot about gratitude, but we're going to actually open an energetic pathway so you can go deeper than ever in any gratitude affirmation that you may ever entertained in the past. On the fourth healing session, you're going to learn how you can work with your future timelines and walk with trust in those timelines. When you look through future energetically, there is 1,000 different probabilities of what could happen in your future, and your thoughts, your emotions, your choices is what's shaping the future. And what we are going to do, we are going to look at those probabilities and infuse the most aligned path for you with trust. You're so welcome. I am happy you're here too. And then the fifth session is awakening the power of the phoenix and going all in. A few months ago, I had the choice to just give up, but like give up from the place of defeat. That was my choice. That was the option. I had two options. I had the options of give up. I had the option to lean even deeper in trust. Guess what I chose? And guess how happy I am that I chose that, to lean in trust. And so I made the decision to trust and to move into the most aligned path. And oh boy, that paid off very big. So, and that's why trust upgrade is so dear to my heart at this moment. There is so much power behind the support, the energetic support available for you, my healing guides, energetic support that is almost like, can't wait to start. Can start today? But we set the aligned decisions to start this Thursday on the 8th. So then we have 3 more sessions, continue integrating this energy. We're going to tap into the vibration of the vortex of your desires. We have the actual trust upgrade session. And then the last session, we're going to work with power of receiving. How good can you get? Because you can get a lot more than you think it can get. So this is trust upgrades. There are 8 sessions delivered 2 a week. And you're going to have all the replays it's happening this month, right? All the replays are going to be available for you. But we have sessions on Mondays and Thursdays. They are delivered live. You don't have to be there live. You can come to the replay. They will have as much power as the live. And so feel free to ask any questions. And one other thing, the Trust Upgrade program, it's also it's a bonus of another program that we have, which is going to start at the end of the month, which is Crystal Grids for Manifesting and Healing. Yet, I cannot put out there a manifestation program and not prepare you with what you're going to experience in Trust Upgrade. That's why Trust Upgrade can be purchased separated, and it's only $99 for the 8 sessions. So typically a no-brainer, because I want everyone to be available to dive deep into whatever level of trust you think you have today. Let's go deep. Let's really shift those model of realities. Let's really align with what it is that you really, really, here to do, and not what you think you need to be doing here in the world. Right now, more than ever, there are awakenings popping up all over the place, because there is a huge transformation that we are experiencing as a humanity, as a planet, and that so much more continue to come, and that is so available. There is a lot of abundance available, yet there is also a lot of scarcity, there is a lot of fear, and there is a lot of lower vibration energy. But you get to choose. You get to choose how you show up, how you give yourself to the world, and what is the legacy that you're going to leave behind. It's all about what you wanted to do, right? So let me know if you have questions or anything, any ahas from today live. I love the love and the expression. Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure. I don't see any more comments, guys. That was the last comment I have here was from Holly. So I trust you enjoy this live that help you to shift how you're thinking, shift how you see yourself. And those of you that want to connect with me, just feel free to reach out. My team is here. If you're watching in my groups, my team is here too for you. Thank you for the love. So good to have you here, Sandy too, and all of you that are watching the replay. And I'm looking forward to see you in our next live or inside Trust Upgrade this Thursday morning. Cannot wait to see those of you that are there. Congratulations for everyone that is enrolled. We have the link up here in the description of this video. If you are on Instagram, I don't know if we have, I think the link is on our bio. If you cannot find, just send us a message, come to akashicrecordsinstitute.com and look for a support page, send a comment, and we'll be happy to share the link with you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.